Hi guys, how you doing? Okay, so first off I want to apologise that this Q&A for 100,000 subscribers is incredibly late. I've been pretty busy lately, but I'm doing it now, so hopefully you guys will still enjoy or whatever. So before we start this Q&A, there's a couple of things I want to say. One, yes, this is what I look like, even though I've already shown my face in 2 other videos already. And before we get into the questions, there is something I want to share with you guys first. So a couple of months ago, I was contacted by Controller Chaos, and I will be showing their site and all that on screen now. And what they do, they basically make custom controllers. So you choose like a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One controller, and you can customize it to make it look like really nice how you want. And they basically contacted me saying, hey, would you like a controller? And all you have to do is show it in a video. And I'm like, yeah. I've seen some other people have custom controllers made for them, and I always thought they looked really nice, so I thought, why not? So the controller I decided to go for was the GameCube controller, because one, I'm a huge Smash Brothers fan. I really like playing Smash 4, so I thought, you know, why not? Funny enough, I don't own any of the 8th gen home consoles. I don't own a PS4 or Xbox One or Wii U, apart from I do still play Smash Brothers a lot, and obviously eventually when I get a Wii U I'll be able to use it. So let's actually get into what the controller looks like. Okay, so this is the box that they send in. It's a very nice box. Obviously it has some stuff in the back and all that. And when they send it, they usually send stickers with the controller as well. Okay, so when I decided on what I wanted my controller to look like, I wanted it very Lucario themed, because 1, he's my mascot, and 2, he's my main character in Smash Brothers. Wow, they did a pretty dang amazing job. Look at that. It has the Lucario head that I use on my channel, and the colors look very nice. And the best thing about this controller, on the back, it has my channel name on it, which is really cool. So yeah, this is hopefully the controller I'll be using from now on to play Smash Brothers. It feels really nice. I'm probably gonna have to get used to this, because when I do play GameCube controllers for the first time, they are kind of stiff. But yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So if you go onto the Controller Chaos website and you want to get your own controller, which I do recommend because they look really nice, and if you saw my controller, you know, that's how they'll look, or better. And everyone I've seen on Box One says nothing but positive stuff about it. If you order your own controller, you can use the code AURA, which will get you 5% off. And 5%, it doesn't seem like much, but because controllers in general are quite expensive, it will make a difference in terms of how much you spend. So I do highly recommend them, because I'll probably eventually, if I get like a PlayStation 4, I'll most likely be getting a custom controller from them, because their controls are really nice. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's finally get into this Q&A that was for 100,000 subscribers, which is why it will say 100k in the title. If I don't answer your question, I apologize. I didn't want this Q&A to be as long as the last one, because the last one was very long. But yeah, let's get into these questions finally. What YouTubers inspired you to make your channel and keep making YouTube videos? Okay, so some of these questions I have answered in the previous Q&A, but obviously most of you I guess haven't seen it. So some of these questions I might be repeating, like this one, but I'll just say them for the new people anyway. So my main 2 inspirations for the type of videos that I make are the J-Wits and Tomoshi. I always saw their Pokemon videos and thought, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I really like to do. And so in terms of the types of videos I do and the style of videos I do, they're very influenced by them. However, in terms of actually starting my channel, the real nail in the coffin on, you know, actually creating and starting the type of channel I do, the video that really got me into actually creating my channel was the Almighty Mandal's 10,000 subscriber Q&A. I remember watching that. This was back when he had like 30,000 subscribers, but I remember watching this and thinking, I really like, you know, how he have all these people supporting him basically. And then I do have some other channels that I've looked towards for inspiration, except those are the main ones, I say. If you could design any Pokemon from looks and stats, etc., what would it be like? I would most likely have a Pokemon based on a Griffin, because I don't think we've had one yet, or not exactly, you know, an eagle with a lion's body. Is that a Griffin? I can't remember, but I think a Griffin Pokemon would be really cool. And in terms of stats, I guess fast and high attack, although it could have higher special attack. And it will most likely be a legendary or a pseudo-legendary, but yeah, a Griffin Pokemon I think will be pretty awesome. What is your opinion on Sceptile? Sceptile's awesome. I've said it in a few videos already. Sceptile, in my opinion, is probably the coolest looking grass type Pokemon and was my Hoenn starter. What is your favourite game outside of Pokemon? Right now, my favourite game is probably Smash 4 because it's so much fun. It's, in terms of fighting games, I say it's the funnest to play with other people because, you know, it's up to 8 player. I can't exactly explain it, it's so much fun. I absolutely love playing it. It's definitely my favourite game to play with like a group of people. Like, in terms of party games, a lot of people say, oh, Mario Kart, but I'm not a fan of Mario Kart. In my opinion, that game is the most unfair game ever made. But yeah, Smash Brothers right now. But apart from that, I'm also a massive Skyrim fan. I didn't play the previous Elder Scrolls games, but Skyrim really hooked me. And a game that I actually mentioned in my previous Q&A was, if you guys haven't played Dragon Quest IX Sentinels of the Sky, I highly recommend it. Great game. What was the first Pokemon game you ever played? That would be either Red or Blue. Those were definitely the earliest memories. I can't remember exactly which one, but it was definitely a game on Game Boy. I remember my brother and I, we had a blue cartridge that didn't have the sticker on, it was just a blue cartridge, and we couldn't really get anywhere. I think my brother said it was because we didn't know how to get the parcel to Oak, but I can't remember. But yeah, Red or Blue, definitely some of the earliest memories I've had with Pokemon, although I've also very early memories of playing either Gold or Silver, I can't remember which one it was, but Pokemon on the Game Boy basically. And to give you an idea of how early it wasn't on the Game Color, it was on the original Game Boy handheld console. Very old basically. How are you liking Pokemon Go? Yeah, so I've got a few questions on my opinion on Pokemon Go, because at the time, yeah, Pokemon Go was pretty new. I didn't really like it at first because there were so many server issues, but when the game actually worked, for the first couple of weeks I was kind of hooked to it. Nowadays I don't really get it out much, but occasionally, especially when I'm with friends who have the game, then yes, I'll play it. So yeah, I think it's pretty fun. I think at the moment it's kind of stale, but hopefully, you know, when more new features and more Pokemon are added, I think I'll get back into it. Who do you like more, Oshawott or Piplup? I think I like them about the same amount, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Piplup. I don't know, but yeah, I Piplup. What stuff do you use to make videos? Basically what the question is asking. I've had this question before, and if you watch my previous Q&A, it's pretty much hasn't changed. Like, in terms of microphone, I use a Blue Yeti, which I'm currently using right now. The camera I'm using is the one that is apparently very popular with streamers. So if I ever get into streaming, which it won't be anytime soon, but it's possible, I'll most likely be using this one. And in terms of the video editor, I use Camtasia, but I'm looking to upgrade to Premiere Pro, which I'm currently trying to learn, because Camtasia is basically, apart from Windows Movie Maker, it's kind of the bare minimum. Like, and it's not because I choose to use it, it's because it's the only one I can use at the moment. Like, I don't have Sony Vegas and I have Premiere Pro, but it's pretty complicated. So in terms of software, that's basically what I use. How long on average does it take to make a video? Okay, so this question was actually asked in my last Q&A, but I forgot to include it, so I'm going to answer it now. On average, it usually takes about a day for the script, another day to record lines, and then a day or two to actually edit. Sometimes it can take more, sometimes it can take less. On average, it takes around 3 to 4 days. Sometimes it can take a couple of days, sometimes it takes a week. For example, I have a video planned that is gonna take at least 2 weeks to make because it's a pretty big video. And the video I'm currently working after this Q&A, the script is taking actually a really long time, and you'll probably see why, but yeah, on average 3 to 4 days probably. Have you seen the Pokemon X, Y, and Z anime? If so, what do you think of it? Overall, not really. The only stuff I've watched is some of the battles, like Ash in the League versus the guy with Sceptile, can't remember his name. The guy with the Mega Sceptile, and of course the battle with Alarm. And they were great battles. Like, the animation has improved so much with the X, Y, and Z anime. The Sun and Moon anime, I know a lot of people hate the look, and I even made fun of it a little bit on Twitter, but overall, I feel like you have to give it a chance because yes, you might not like the look of it from previews, but overall, you could easily get used to it. Like, look, if you look on the process side, it looks like Studio Ghibli animated it, so I will definitely give it a chance. I don't know if I'll really watch it because I didn't really watch the Gen 6 anime much, but you know, I'll see how it turns out. Do you like Meloetta? Yeah, Meloetta is pretty cool. I kind of feel like it should be a Pokemon that's female. I swear people get triggered by that. But yeah, it is what it is. What's your favourite and least favourite types? My favourite type overall is probably Fire because one, I've always liked the Fire type, and two, if you look at the average stat totals overall, in terms of fully evolved Pokemon, Fire is the second highest next to Dragon, which I think is really interesting. So, and Fire overall is just a great type. And then my least favourite type, I'm not 100% sure right now, I'd probably say Poison, because getting poisoned, especially in the old games when the screen would jitter every time your Pokemon lost health, was kind of annoying. So it's not like I dislike, I don't dislike any types, but I guess, you know, off the top of my head right now, that'll probably be it. If you could choose a Pokemon to have as a pet, which one would it be other than Lucario? And I have answered this before, and I've always said Mew, because Mew can transform into any Pokemon. Yeah, apart if I couldn't have Mew because transforming to other Pokemon would be cheating, then I guess Mewtwo, if it would listen to me. If not, then probably Litten. But yeah, Mew, I guess. Would you consider doing a Let's Play of Sun and Moon? I don't plan to, because the first time I'm getting Sun and Moon, yeah, that I don't want to record my Let's Play and have to focus on doing commentary as well as playing the game, because whenever I get a new game, that's me time, you know. I want to spend my own time playing the game and concentrating on enjoying the game, and I haven't done that in quite a while, and hopefully, you know, Sun and Moon, I just want to sit and play the game and relax. So I'm not saying no, but it's kind of unlikely. We'll see though, we'll see. Any thoughts on Ash Greninja? When I first saw Ash Greninja, I assumed it was Mega Evolution, and my first thoughts were, what on earth have they done to Greninja? Because I've always thought Greninja was really cool, and I wasn't a fan of this look, but my mind quickly changed the more I looked at it, and then seeing it in the anime, honestly, if I were to make a list of the coolest looking Pokemon, I said in the past that Scizor, in my opinion, is the coolest looking Pokemon, but Ash Greninja, I think, takes the cake now, because it looks amazing. I just think it's such a cool idea, and overall just badass in the anime. So yeah, I really like Ash Greninja, and I really hope it's in Sun and Moon, because I really want one. Can you do more how-to videos? Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen my How to Evolve Eevee and Sylveon video, it was pretty much one of the first, if not the first, idea for a Pokemon video I had to put on YouTube. The backstory of it is that I got my friend Rob, who has his own channel if you want to check it out, to voice act a character in the video, and I put it on YouTube like this was last year, and it didn't pick up or whatever, so I took it down and decided I'm going to make this channel, and if this channel gets anywhere, I'll repost the video. And I did, and I recreated the video because the video before was like super bad camera quality looking at 3DS. So, and because I had a capture card, I decided to just recreate the video, and it started off slow, but it ended up doing really well, and people for the most part really enjoyed it. And I have planned to make a sequel. I don't know if I should spoil. In fact, no, I'll just tell you guys now. So the sequel I planned is called How to Win Every Pokemon Battle. I won't say any more apart from, it's not really in the making because I've got some other projects I want to get out of the way, but I've started the script on it and I know how the video goes. It's just putting the video together I think will be a bit annoying, but hopefully sometime in the future, yes, it will happen. I do want the how-to become a series. It won't be consistent because the videos are pretty hard to make. Another how-to video will hopefully happen sometime in the future. Speaking of how-to videos, if you want to see another how-to series, the Pokemon Professor has done some how-to videos such as how to evolve a Pokemon, how to start Pokemon journey, etc. And if you haven't seen his channel, you should check it out anyway because it's great. What happened to the old banner? I upgraded because my old banner was just a black background with my logo, whereas my new current banner is much better in my opinion. So yeah, I basically upgraded. I hope you like it. Okay, this person has a few questions. Have you ever played the Mystery Dungeon series? Yes, I've played Blue Rescue Team, Explorers of Darkness, Explorers of the Sky, and the beginning of the newest Super Mystery Dungeon. I haven't played the whole game through because I've been busy, but I really like the series. I think it's a cool idea, although I do kind of see why some people who don't like it don't like it. But yeah, I enjoy them. Top 5 boss battles for Pokemon, maybe. A lot of people have already done that video, so I guess you'll have to stay tuned. And favourite game from the series. Oh, top 5 boss battles from Mystery Dungeon. And favourite game from the Mystery Dungeon series or Pokemon? Well, in terms of Mystery Dungeon, I'll probably say Explorers of the Sky. But if you're talking about Pokemon in general, I think I have another question on something similar to that, so I'll probably answer that later. What's your favourite bird Pokemon? My favourite bird Pokemon right now is Staraptor, because Staraptor, at the time, it was hands down the best Pidgey Pokemon. Like, all of them were pretty bad, even Unpheasant. But Staraptor was, you know, the first one that was actually really good and competitive. And then, of course, Talonflame come, and Talonflame is Talonflame. It's pretty damn good. Apart from in terms of like design and even uses in playthrough, Staraptor is still my favorite because it learned close combat, which some people question, but I don't care. I think it was awesome. So yeah, Staraptor is still my favourite regional bird. I don't know how Pikipek will fare up to it because I really like the look of Pikipek. I think Pikipek is right now my favourite first stage design of a regional bird, but depending on what it evolves into, we'll see. Who is better, Ash, Red, Blue, or yourself as a trainer? Well, obviously me. What country do you live in, and when did your YouTube channel begin to pick up? Okay, so I live in the UK, if you couldn't tell. Some people have said that I sound Australian, and some people even think I'm American, but no, I'm definitely British. And when did my YouTube channel really pick up? Okay, so I started my YouTube channel October, and the end of February is when, so end of July I hit 200, and when I hit 200 I started getting around 50 subscribers a day, and that was, I think, throughout February. And so February started to pick up slowly, and then March is when it really kind of exploded, I guess, when it really started to pick up. So around February, March, I'd say. Yeah, February is when I hit 1,000, March was when I hit 10,000, I believe. So yeah, I'd probably say around February, March time. How did you take off the hair? How did you take off the hair of the amiibo for the One Punch Man video? So if you guys are a fan of Smash Brothers and One Punch Man, you should watch my strongest amiibo video. It's probably the most amount of effort I put into a video so far. How I didn't take off the hair, I have a friend who does custom amiibos, so I'll leave his links in the description. His YouTube channel is called Mr. Mordor85, I think, and he makes really cool custom amiibos, and I'm actually commissioning for another one, not for a video, just for myself, and I'll show it off on Twitter at some point. But yeah, I knew that he did custom amiibo, so I just asked him. Funny story actually, I didn't actually have the idea of the video in mind when I asked him to make the video. Fun enough, when walking back from meeting with him, the idea popped into my head after I asked for the Saitama amiibo. I thought to myself, you know, I could actually do something with this, and then the idea of the video came into my head, and I actually did it, which I was quite surprised about. So yeah, that's how the amiibo came to be, I guess. Which do you prefer, dogs or cats? I like both, but I am more of a cat person because I have cats in real life, and Litton's a cat. Are you financially stable? Yes. With how my channel is right now, yes, I'm fine, thanks. What is your favourite non-evolved starter? Honestly, probably Litten. In terms of the first stages, I think Litten is grown on me so much. Like when I first saw the 7th gen starters pop out of the Pokeballs, at first I was kind of weirded out because usually the starters are they're a certain colour scheme, like they're like green and then yellow or orange and then blue. But these starters, Rowlet was mainly brown, Litten was black, and then Poplar was blue. Apart from seeing that color combination was kind of weird, but when I saw, you know, the front of them, the one that immediately caught my attention was Litten, because I thought it just looked the coolest. And yeah, in terms of the 7th generation starters, it's definitely my favorite. And if those Chinese leaks are real, I will most likely be going with Litten still, even though I know it's getting a lot of hate, because I know people saying, oh, it's standing up, oh, it might be firefighting, even though I believe it's supposed to be fire dark. I still really like it. I really like both the Rowlet and the Litten evolutions. The Popular one I think looks nice, apart from not really, I wasn't really a big fan of it. But hopefully if the rumor of the 7th gen starters getting a day and night form is true, which I hope it is, then obviously, you know, I can pick a different starter for Sun and Moon depending on what the final starter evos are, which I hope is the case. So yeah, favourite non-evolved starter right now is probably Litten. And the last question, which is going to tie into my favourite game of the Pokemon series, which is your favourite generation of Pokemon? My favourite generation is Generation 4, not because of the Pokemon, but although I really do like the Pokemon, it's mainly because of the main series games released. So we have Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Pokemon Diamond was, I'd say, the game that got me properly into Pokemon, like, you know, Red, Blue, Gold and Silver. I really liked them, but I didn't properly get into the video game series, even though I really enjoyed them. But Diamond and Pearl, that's when, yes, I'm going to get every single main series game from now. And then Platinum was just an upgraded version of Diamond and Pearl, just better in general. And then Heart Gold, Soul Silver, to date, I think we can all agree are the best remakes of Pokemon games, and to a lot of people are still the best main series games of Pokemon so far. 4th gen overall is still my favourite, but hopefully 7th gen will be even better. And that is going to be it for questions. I know it was shorter than the previous Q&A, but that was the plan, because I guess I'm kind of more used to doing facecam stuff. Again, if you want to check out Controller Chaos to get a controller like this, because this is really nice, the links will be in the description. And if you use the code Aura when you're at the checkout, you will save 5%. Thank you to everyone who sent questions. And thanks again so much, guys, for now over bloody hell 200,000 subscribers. That's crazy. The fact that so many people have subbed is really overwhelming, and I am very, very thankful for everyone who's subbed so far. But thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I might do another one sometime in the future. I don't know when. But yeah, before you go, just a quick update on videos. My next video, again, I'm currently scripting. It might take a little bit longer than usual, but it's a fun idea, I think. I've talked to some other people about it, and they like it. And then another video I've got is, I won't say exactly what it is, but funny enough, it's got a budget. Like, I've commissioned some people for stuff, and I think if everything goes to plan, it will come out really good. So I hope you guys look forward to that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video, and until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.